Hello, hi now, beautiful people. The sun is out. It's beautiful out there. So today I'm going to be discussing a topic that I think is quite relevant if you are moving into Ireland and if you are looking on to buy a car. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Somebody is pulling into my driveway. If you haven't, please share my content, like, subscribe to my content. I talk about things in Ireland, I talk about things abroad. I do travel vlog sometimes if I happen to be outside Ireland, and I talk about things that affects you if you are moving, or if you're a foreigner living in Ireland, or if you are living outside and you're looking to move in Ireland. So click that red button and subscribe to my channel. So today, like I mentioned, I'm looking on to buy a car. So I have been driving in Ireland since I literally landed. 3 months into Ireland, I have been driving. So it's been almost 15 years. So if you are looking to see how I actually started driving, I have a video somewhere. I'll link it on this description and you can watch how I actually started driving in Ireland. I do talk about insurance, stuff like that on that video, so you can watch that video after watching this one. So I am looking to buy a car. I was online and I kind of thought, okay, this is a process. Somebody might be interested and looking also to buy a car in Ireland. The most important things is when you're buying a car, you have to make sure that it is insured, or you have an insurance arranged already with a particular insurance company. So it depends. I know there are some people that are allowed to drive for a certain period of time with their license coming in from the outside, but if you have an Irish, or you can convert that driving license to an Irish or European license, so you have to make sure that you have a car insurance. It's quite expensive when you are bringing in your own driver's license from your country compared to when you have an Irish license. It's also quite expensive if you are a new driver, if you are a young driver. So look at that, look at the insurance and which companies you can look at online that can support your insurance. They'll be happy to help you if you're willing to pay the amount of money. So the other thing is make sure that the motor tax is valid. Sometimes if you buy a second-hand car, you'll find that the person who has been using the car has been running that car without a motor tax, or they have been the motor tax is valid for a certain period of time. So you have to make sure that the papers are in order before you actually get into driving the car. So the other thing is the car has to be NCT'd. So that is I need to check this out, just bear with me. Yeah, so make sure that the car is actually NCT. So NCT means National Car Test. That's very easy. I've been driving the car and everything. Every time I say NCT, I don't even know what NCT means. But it's National Car Test, where they would test your car to see if it's actually car or drive worthy or road worthy. So sometimes when you buy that car, it's out of date on NCTs, and you just go online, book a date, which is not easy to actually get a date. So make sure that it is booked well in time. So NCT, it's about €55 per test. If the car fails NCTs and they arrange for a retest, it might cost you another €28 depending on the damage, or it might be free to come back and check if it's actually the light that needs to be replaced. So NCT, that's one of the most important things when you are driving in Ireland. Okay, so let's say for instance you are not permanently going to stay in Ireland and you're looking to hire a car, and it's just in and out. You are allowed to hire a car and drive around. You're a tourist basically. So people might be coming in from America who are right-handed or Nigeria. I think Nigeria is also right-handed, and some other European countries are right-handed. So we drive on the left side of the road. So just be aware of those kind of things. So you are allowed to hire a car, and it actually depends on the type of license you have. So check online to see if your country is actually allowed to be driving. I think you can. So if it's only for a short period of time. If it's permanent, you might have to make some few changes on your own license, depending on which country your license is from. When you're driving outside Dublin, you just be aware that there can be roads that are a little bit narrow. So if you are in the countryside and you're not used to having huge or small little roads, that you just need to just be cautious when you are overtaking, when you are on a... Somebody keeps pulling the driveway, I don't know why. Okay, so just make sure that you actually understand the road signs as well, because you would find that some countries they use miles. In Ireland we use kilometers per hour, such things. And then there is some toll gates that you might be aware of, that you might have to pay when you're driving in. That is if you are here for a short period of time. And just follow the rules, don't drink and drive. I'm just reading through some few things here. Test the car. If you have hired a car, just make sure that the car is actually you're comfortable driving the car. So basically, yeah, use a child restriction system. Never use a phone when driving in Ireland. Just follow the rules. Be vigilant of cyclists. There's a lot of cyclists here. There's been a movement of trying to get us to be cycling instead of driving. So a lot of people are cycling. So though the roads are quite narrow, they are trying to kind of expand and accommodate cyclists. And just be aware of your surroundings. Just be vigilant and understand the road signs. Like as mentioned, we drive on the left hand side of the road, not the right hand side of the road. Be aware of the speed limits everywhere. In the countryside mostly is 80 kilometers per hour in those narrow roads, but we do just fine. Yeah, it's just overtaking. Make sure that you are safe and drive safely in Ireland. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. I talk about things in Ireland as a foreigner, things that you might be interested in if you're moving into Ireland, or if you're actually visiting and you want maybe to hire a car. I talk about things like that. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it with your friends, like and comment on my content. Thank you so much for watching, and suggest any kind of content that you want me to talk about. I would really appreciate that.
Yes, level better even if he could have stayed in Tanzania.
Yeah, I think things are improving a lot in Africa. I mean, maybe 20 years ago, 15 years, things were difficult. I feel like this is our opportunity to actually build Africa. If we don't do it, it's another fail, and we've been failing for years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, myself, I tell him all the time.
That boy, I love that boy in Burkina Faso.
Abraham Tori. I love that man. Every time he's on TV, I'm like, my son. I'm so proud.
You know what I was saying? How come some people they can deliver a child like Abraham is the age of my son.
He is so.
I like the way he's telling.
He is patriotic.
Africa. And you know what he's doing? He's building the nuclear plant.
Yeah.
Electricity.
Yeah. We need people like that. I'm so proud of him. It's like He's my child. I'm so proud. No, we need people like that. You see those old African leaders, they need to go.
I know they hate. Yeah, they need to go.
They need to go. First of all, apparently, is it 60-70% of population in Africa is very young.
Yeah.
It's a very young age. And those young kids are like, we are fed up. We don't want to live like you guys. We need a better solution for our problems.
Elisa is calling.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Oh,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay, take care.
We talk on the phone.